Okay, so next we have income growth. And like population growth, this helps drive ultimate long-term rent increases and income increases on your property. Um, Population growth, of course, increases demand for housing. Income growth increases the capacity to pay rent. So, um, if you have a bunch of people moving in, but nobody's making any more money, you can't really increase the rents that much, or else you'll increase your vacancy. But if you have steady income growth and steady population growth together, then uh, that formula makes sense. Particularly, it's important if you are renovating units, because then you're going to probably get a higher premium on those newly renovated units than just your typical, 1 to 3% annual increase in your rents, which you should pretty much always be doing, except for certain situations, like an oversupply in the market, for instance, which some places are experiencing right now. Not to put a time on this video, but some other things to consider. Not only just at looking at past data on income growth, which you want to verify and say, okay, has income been growing steadily in this area for the last 10 years? And you can find that data online on city-data.com is one source, has some of that data. Um, the BLS site has some of that data. But then also digging a little deeper and looking at the market itself and seeing if there's anything on the horizon that might drive future income growth, like development, um, different companies building, new capacity in an area. For instance, I know, Intel was just doing a huge project over in Kentucky that was going to bring an additional, I think, 5 or 6 thousand jobs to an area. So it was a pretty significant growth in not only population but also in income as well. So things like that. And then, of course, I added population growth in here again, even though we just talked about it. But um, yeah, so income growth, you want to have at least 2%. Just on the data. If you want to dig further, you can, go to that market, look at the Chamber of Commerce, for instance, talk to people there, see what's happening, look at zoning changes, if any zoning changes are coming up that might drive new residential real estate into an area that previously didn't have it. Gentrification is another one that, isn't very popular, but it definitely will lend itself to increasing property values in an area as that happens. So those are all just things to consider there.